Hi, I'm Jennifer, and welcome, beautiful souls. This reading is actually for the full moon in setting sun woman. So we're still in that clan mother's energy, teachings, evolutions within us. And this full moon is a blue moon. So that's kind of cool. And before I begin the reading, I just want to point out, if anybody else has noticed, since we've come into August, and as we are continuing in the month, so when this video comes out, we will officially be through the halfway mark of the month. And then we will be halfway through this moon cycle. So about, 2-week period roughly before the end of this particular moon cycle. But I've noticed that I'm getting distracted again, sorry, by the birds. And you might see my little boy here. I just gave him a bath, so that's why he's looking really scraggly. So he's drying off and giving himself a little bath as well. So I really noticed that the energies are really quieting down. So to me, it really reflects, like when I say quieting down, like the energies of the summer, have been really busy and outward and exerting a lot of energy. And in reflection of, to me, it's kind of a reflection of what the energies are in the moon cycle we are currently in right now. In the turning inward and self-reflecting, dreaming, setting goals, adjusting our path, so we're not exerting as much energy. And I'm really feeling that in nature right now. The growth cycle of all the plant beings has really slowed down. The birds are getting quieter. Just nature in general feels quieter. And now I've noticed that somewhat, it's being reflected in people, except for when I'm on the highway and people are driving super fast. And then I feel really imbalanced and discombobulated because I'm internally feeling very quiet and like my own energy has dropped. And then when I'm out in the world, I'm like, I got to speed up and try to wake up my own energy again. But anyways, I'm just wondering if anybody else has made that observation. So it's just I enjoy, making those observations and just paying attention to the natural cycle of things and how they unfold and how we're all doing. So speaking of how we're all doing, that's a great segue into this reading. So this is for, like I said, the last 2 weeks approximately of this moon cycle that we are in. And so I've already got the cards laid out here, the tarot decks and the oracle cards to support the reading. I will actually pull out once I've done the main reading. But we are starting off with the Empress card. So this is our significator card here. And so we're feeling collectively, and again, general reading, so some of it might resonate with you, some of it won't. Totally natural, so just take what resonates. Be open-minded to what maybe doesn't feel like it does, but consider it because there might be some insight there for you as well. So just getting back to this, the Empress card. So feeling very abundant as I was tuning into the energy of that card. It's like an abundance of what we've accomplished over the course of this summer is what I was getting. Visiting with friends and family, going out and getting things done, taking steps forward in our physical lives. So whether that is in relationships or business or just in our life in general. So stepping forward, receiving gifts from the universe, gifts from others. And these are energetic as well as three-dimensional gifts. it's being supported here with the Seven of Cups. So having lots of choices at our disposal. So, with the abundance of not only accomplishing things and having the gratefulness, but it's also of just choices, having freedom of choice, freedom to do what we want and how we want to be in the world. So what this is doing for us, we have the Strength card next. So I'm loving that we have two major arcana cards here starting out this reading. So these are the kind of the theme of where we are in a larger cycle right now within the smaller cycle, this moon cycle. And so the next card is the Strength card. So we are feeling really strong right now in that abundance and having choices. Things are pretty good in life overall. And we have the awareness of this. This is being supported with the world. Sorry, I'm just feeling into the card. Yeah, it's just, again, feeling in the abundance and choices, having the awareness that we're all connected. I'm not really getting too much from this card, other than just having awareness of the cycle and our connection with all things, and that we're just feeling overall, a lot of us, in a really positive position right now, even though I think there's another current of energy running through, but on the surface, there's the awareness. So I'm just going to pull one card here. I'm asking for one card from Spirit just to clarify. Okay. So we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah. So again, it's actually just clarifying what I was perceiving, just that we're really feeling blessed and full in a lot of ways. So I'm feeling that with the Empress and with that Seven of Cups, with the choices and having, freedoms. I'm just feeling that freedom, and we're feeling really strong and connected and having the awareness of that and the cycles and the connectedness to all things. When I say connected, but connected to our higher self, that we're being led. And yeah, and just that being open to choices, open to new beginnings, and open to receiving blessings and gifts. And so again, just starting off really, really beautifully in this reading. So next card we have is the Five of Wands. Five usually indicates some sort of conflict or uncertainty, but it's being supported by this Three of Cups. So I think what this is in this energy of feeling a lot of gratitude for the gifts, we're recognizing that the conflicts or challenges that we have been facing are bringing in awarenesses of growth. I hope I'm saying that right, awarenesses of growth. But we have this awareness that the conflicts or challenges of people around us are these opportunities for growth. And for celebration. Just, as this card is indicating, celebrating with friends, recognizing our own little victories. And these feel like minor victories. These don't feel like huge victories, but just how we are recognizing, maybe if we're in some sort of conflict with somebody else and we're not engaging in it, we're not getting pulled in because we have this awareness. So again, there's that awareness around the growth that we have and how these relationships are helping us to grow. And because there's that reflection of aspects of us where we might have we at a time may have been drawn in, but now we are able to step back and just observe that the projections happening here, and how these relationships have served in our growth. So rather than being seen as negative, we're seeing these as positive. And I think that's the crux of that energy in those cards. So following that, we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups here. And this is being supported with the Nine of Pentacles. And so what I'm feeling with this card is, as we sit back and are contemplating and thinking about opportunities and situations and things that have come into our life, that we have brought into our life, drawn to us, again, I'm coming back into the awareness of, I'm coming back into, it is an awareness within me of this, but the awareness of our awareness. So there's a lot of awareness energy happening in this reading, but how they are working for us. So again, looking at everything as a gift that we are bringing into our lives for us, by us. It's almost like a script, flipping the script. The internal script. And I've had that come up a couple times this week. So instead of seeing things as negative, we are seeing them as positive. So looking at things from this new perspective and how they are working for us, and how they are gifts. So they are making us stronger. Again, back to that strength card. But it's more of a strength too of having boundaries. So with that Nine of Pentacles, having the boundaries and knowing when to say no or yes, or how much energy to put into something, or when to hold energy back. But finding our own balance in this as well. So managing our energy, and of course this corresponds with our outside world, as we are making changes to reflect this inner cycle, and new awarenesses coming in, this growth basically. So next we have the Page of Swords. And this is about new ideas, inspirations, enthusiasm, mostly ideas. And then it was supported by the Death card. And I thought, well, that's interesting. What is this about? Is this, because this is usually something beginning, but what I'm actually perceiving with this Death card, and I thought, is this the end of ideas? And what is that about? And can I get a clarifying card on that? So I did. I asked, and one jumped out, and it is the Six of Swords. So we're being led down to calmer shores. So I am feeling that we are ideas that once led us, or that seemed really like where we wanted to go, what we wanted to do. These ideas, idealisms that we thought we wanted, we're letting go of, because we're being led in a new direction, or we're recognizing that it's actually not in our highest good, or it doesn't feel right anymore, but we are being led in a new direction, and a more positive direction. So this Death card can also be representing just how we think about things. And if we go from that type of perception of how we think about things, and that's what is dying here, because we are letting go of limitations, that fits in very well with the rest of this reading I have done up to this point, in that we're flipping the script, flipping how we are perceiving things happening for us rather than to us. So following that, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like this is about just showing and representing how hard we have been working at our lives, making decisions, filtering out what doesn't serve us, opening up to new opportunities, ideas, ways of being, our spiritual practice, learning, our education, and whatever skills it is that we are developing in our lives. And the purpose of all this is because, and not only that, but also the letting go of ideas and ways of thinking and being led. What we're being led to is a higher way of being. Again, just leveling up in our understanding of ourselves and the universe and the world. Opening up again our hearts to more love and compassion. So this is followed by the Three of Pentacles. So we're building new here. We're the three is about creativity. It's starting fresh. We're building something new. Thinking from a new place, building from a new place. Again, next to that Eight of Pentacles, I had mentioned education, learning skills. It's part of that as well, depending who you are. But moving forward, bettering ourselves. So this Three of Pentacles is being supported by another Ace of Swords. But this Ace of Swords is representing inspired ideas, new ideas coming in, new things that we want to do, ideas that are fresh to us and that are leading us again into this higher place, into more happiness. And yes, they are going to take courage. Oftentimes this growth is going to lead us towards things that scare us. And that's a really good indication that, so that this is the path we're meant to go. So this is about, it's exciting and scary at the same time. So the Sun card is what is following next. So this is indicating that we're on the path to happiness and success, but it also does take courage and trusting where we're being led. This is being supported by the Star. So again, following our dreams, following our nudges, where we're being led. It's all leading to an amazing place. Okay, so, and I'm just going to interrupt myself for a second here because I was aiming for 7 cards in this reading, 7 cards per, row. I have 2 rows here, but 2 extra jumpers came out, so we're up to 9. So I'm on the 9th card now, and it is the Knight of Pentacles. So as we are, this is basically, so what are we creating? So we're not taking action here. We are planning and trying to figure out what it is, how we're going to, what do we want to create? So as we're are following the signs and our intuition and, moving forward and striving to be happier and more joyful and open and peaceful and all these wonderful things, which this reading is indicating we are doing successfully. This card is about, well, how am I going to bring this into the real world, and how do I see that looking? And this is being supported by another Three of Pentacles. So again, this is collaboration, talking with others, getting outside of your mental box as well, doing some research, opening up to new ideas. I think that's part of what this is too, because this is actually underneath the Three of Pentacles here. So doing some research, dreaming, journaling, letting go of the limitations of, well, how do we get from A to Z, but just write Z anyways. Don't worry about how it's going to happen, because the gaps will fill in. Yeah, there's something coming in about just dream as big as you can with where you're feeling called. And then there's going to be little signposts along the way that are going to lead you, and you won't even realize that the steps are going to take you into that direction, but they will be. So that's part of the trusting I was feeling there. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards here. I have 3 different decks. Excuse me. The decks that I'm using are the same as the last reading I did. So I will put them below, but so I'm just asking here for 1 card. So 3 more. 1. If it doesn't give me 1, then I will just pull 1. Okay. Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And there it is right there. So this is what I have been talking about in this reading. It's where we're being called, staying in that abundant energy. What are we manifesting? Feeling really strong. We're letting go of old ideals and limited beliefs because we're being led in a new direction, or we're adjusting our direction. We're adjusting our journey because we're being called somewhere else. Still along the same path, but it's just fine-tuning. And so what is it that, how do we want to manifest that? Stepping outside of our limited thinking and way things should be, and again, talking with others, putting yourself out there in situations, or exposing yourself to new things, whether it's through media or experiences, to open up your mind to ways of doing things, or doing things, period, that had never occurred to you before. I say you, I mean us in general. So next we have the power card. So this jumped right out. So power. So remembering how powerful you are, how we are so powerful to create change. We are creating change on a global scale, but it starts with us individually as well. And how powerful we are to change our minds, change our thoughts, behaviors, beliefs, patterns, direction. And we have the freedom to do that. We're so lucky. We're not lucky. It's a birthright. We just forgot because people told us we couldn't. But now we're remembering. Okay, so 1 final card from the Moonology manifestation deck here. So 1 more to support the reading. What 1 final message? Okay, 2 more. None jumps out, then I'll pull 1. All right. Looks like I'm pulling children. Reflect on your priorities. Last quarter moon in Aquarius. So reflecting on your priorities. So again, with that reflection card, we are in that phase of the moon right now where we are reflecting, redreaming, course correcting, dreams, goals, that sort of thing. So remembering as we are doing this, what is important to us, reprioritizing perhaps things, again, letting go of ideals, ideas. They're dying, and we're letting go because we're opening and creating space for new ones to come in, to build something different. And but remembering it's all through what's important to us. What does our heart say? And what used to be important, or what was important to us, might not be important anymore. Again, hence the ideals, because they just don't fit in where we're going anymore. So it's adjusting that within ourselves in order to stay on our path and just letting things be what they are meant to be, just accepting the change, always changing. So if you're still here, thank you so much for joining me, and I guess we will see you after this reading. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks for the new moon in September, and that is on the 2nd of September, I believe, and we will be moving into the clan mother weaves the web, I believe, Spider Woman. So please take care of yourself and be well. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.